Emerald follows me everywhere. Emerald does. It's always where I am. Emerald is. Good evening, Phil. How are we doing? How are you? Welcome to the stream. FRL Tier 2 round Japan. Full qualifying, Q1, Q2, Q3 with a 50% race. Hang on. Why am I in a car? Shouldn't be in a car. Hang on. What's going on there? Why am I in a car? Shouldn't be in a car, so we'll get rid of that. We'll just retire. I don't know what's happened there. Now I can watch qualifying. Bit strange that. I clicked spectate, so I don't understand why I was in a car. It's very strange. Anyway, back to the job at hand. We have an Alfa Romeo of P Crazy out on the track. He is the first driver out on the track, and it looks like Emerald has left the session for some strange reason. Maybe he's got a connection issue. But as you can see, we're riding aboard with the Alfa then, as he's the only driver out on the track in Q1. We've got 18 runners, well 17, effectively 17 runners. So Q1 then. Oh, and he's nearly dropped it at the exit of the hairpin, or as it's called these days, Kobayashi corner. Emerald has joined again. Looks like there's some early connection issues going on for Emerald. Round Spoon. This is the outlet then. Got a couple of drivers coming out onto the track now then. Scenario 7's leaving the pits. David is also on an outlap. The driver R28 is also on an outlap. And so is one of the Red Bulls. So let's ride on board then with this first qualifying lap for P Crazy Z as he exits the final corner, opens the DRS down the main straight, coming into a very difficult corner, T1. How will he approach it? A nice line there. Good on exit. Will he use much curb on the exit? No, nice and clean. Now through the S's. How will he take these? Nice line. Using a little bit of curb, avoiding the curb there. Great decision of why to go for a spin. Now, how will he take this corner? Will he run out wide? A little lift, a little bit of the curb that used there. There's a little bit more time there, but it's a good, nice, clean lap so far. Now, this is a tricky part of the track. He's gone straight off. That will have cost him some time there, 100%. Now he comes to the hairpin. There's a Ferrari ahead. He is on an outlap. How will he approach that? A nice exit there. A little bit of a slide on the exit of the corner. Let's continue on board with the rest of this lap then. He comes up to Spoon. He should get a nice tow from the Ferrari down to 130R. Look at this, he's getting a lovely tow from the Ferrari in front of him. Made it a bit difficult in there for the Ferrari, did, but here we go then. To the final chicane. Nice exit. Onto the power. DRS open, and what's this first lap time going to be? It's going to be a 1 minute 28.763 for P Crazy. He is the fastest lap at the minute. Let's pick somebody else up then. We've got the Renault who's just left the pits. I'll have a look. We have a Miracle on an outlap. We have one of the McLarens also on an outlap. Let's get all these set up. Minimap. Yep, everything else is now set up. Let's see if we can find somebody. Here we go then. We'll ride on board with the Racing Point. Halfway through his lap, there's a yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like one of the Alfa Romeos has had an off. He's collected back up on the minimap now, as you can see. he is going again. So let's continue on board then with this lap. As we see David go top with 1 minute 27.782, which is immediately beaten by the driver R28, who does a 1:26.888. Wow, there's a second between first and second, and then another second between second to third. Now, how will this lap finish out for him? What's he going to do? I reckon he's going to go P4, and he goes P3. Goes P3 for 1 minute 28.499. Let's ride on board with then scenario 7. We pick him up at the start of his lap. A little slide there through the corner. How will he take these next few corners here? Nice, using a little bit of curb. Nice to see the car getting out of the way from him as he continues his lap, coming down to a lovely bit of track here. The camera angle wasn't great there from the trees. We didn't get the best of lines. Under the bridge he goes to the hairpin. How late will he brake? Nice exit there as well. No slide from him there. So this is a nice, clean, smooth lap so far. As we see a Mirror jump up to P2 for 1 minute 27.771. Comes round to Spoon then. Nice, using a little bit of curb. On the exit then down the straight to 130R. Reaching speeds of nearly 190, 200 miles an hour. If you can get it up to there, work out 195, 194, 193, around 130R. Into the final heavy braking point for the lap. Nice exit there. Where's this going to put him in? He's going to do a 1 minute. It's going to be 1 minute 28.3. That was a nice clean lap there by Scenario, and puts him at P6 currently in Q1. If we've got anyone on the hot lap. Rosie is on an out lap in the Williams. Or maybe Rosie's made the mistake, because according to this she's on a 2 minute 47 minute lap, so we will see in a second if she goes again. It's looking like that, so we will ride on board for this lap. As you see the car exiting the pits there, didn't distract us, kept out of the way, nicely done. So here we go then. This is a lovely section of track here. Nice, not using a lot of curb, which is good. You don't want to use the curb around here because you'll end up going for a spin. Oh, as we nearly went for one there. The front of the car looked like it was going to step out there. How much curb we're going to use here? Oh, running a bit wide there, but she's kept it together. As you see the AlphaTauri getting out of the way. Bit of a step out there on the exit the corner. This will compromise the exit. As you see there, we run wide. Coming up to the hairpin. How will we approach the hairpin? Nicely done. Nice exit as well. Good amount of traction there. Heading up to Spoon. These two corners are very difficult in a minute. How will she approach them? A little bit wide there. Back end stepped out. Managed to save it. That's good car control. On the exit then. Not used any ERS at the minute, so ERS must be turned off. Here we go then. A little bit of battery now is getting deployed. Down the straight. We're reaching 1 minute 192 miles an hour. I don't know if the Williams is using a lot of ERS, because on a hot lap they're on 92%, so there's a lot of ERS still here to play for. So we see her go P11 then, but the lap was invalid, so she will go again. Have we got anybody on a hot lap? As we see the Haas of BX37 Pro, that looks like he's just exited the pits and drops it at turn 1. As you can see, they've got the rubbish on the tyres from the grass. They are, it looks like they've just come out of the pits, given it a boot for the throttle, and the car has said no. Have we got anybody down here on a hot lap? We'll ride on board with Bowie 95 then for the rest of this lap as he's approaching 130R. Still got lots of ERS available, 83%. And it looks like, yes, he has. He has just invalidated his lap. As you can see on the screen, the red has come up and he bails and he pits. So we've got 8 minutes, 16 seconds left of Q1. And we have 9 times on the board at the minute. Here we have Jay Hampson 97, X in the pits on an out lap in the AlphaTauri. So currently then, with just under 8 minutes to go, the driver R28 is fastest in Q1 with a 1 minute 26.888 as the fastest time. He's a full 9 tenths quicker than P2 and Mirrell. And we have a yellow flag. We have a yellow flag in sector 1. And it looks like, is it the Haas of a Mirrell getting out of the way of people? Or has he made a mistake? It looks like he's just getting out of the way of people. So we see a Red Bull. We're riding aboard with the Red Bull. It's the enter sector 3 of the lap. Alfa Romeo behind. If he's on a hot lap, they will be getting a very nice tow here. As we'll see, a yellow flag, and the Red Bull makes a mistake and goes off the track, gets out of the way of the Alfa Romeo. Let's try and pick up the Alfa Romeo. He's on an out lap, so he's just about to start his hot lap. Let's ride aboard then with J.A. Williams 1987. DRS Open down the main straight. Left it very late to go for a lap in qualifying 1. Must be very confident with his pace that he only needs 1 lap to get through to Q2. Very wide there on the exit. Must have been very close there to an invalidation. But nice, using a little bit of curb until a little bit wide on the exit of turn 5. Now, how will he hold it here? Holds it well. This one's the very important corner. How much do you run wide? And he's run mega wide. He'll have lost a lot of time there, but he's kept it together. He's still going. A little bit of grass there. Runs a little bit wide there. It's been a very scruffy first sector so far. As we see, Rosie has retired from the session. We've got yellow flags everywhere. Everywhere we look, we've got a yellow flag coming up on the screen at the minute. I think that was for the Haas going off in the gravel. But we'll continue with this lap as we enter Spoon. Down into 130R. We will continue to ride on board. A lovely exit there. How late will he break into the corner? Makes the apex nice. Nice bit of curb use there. DRS Open, where's this going to put him? He's going to do a 1 minute 30.035. So that puts him at P13 out of the 14 runners we've had so far. Okay, let's pick up with the other Alfa Romeo then. P Crazy. Just starting his lap. Oh, a little bit of a moment there, but it's well held and well saved. We'll continue driving aboard with the lap then. Trying to give every driver as much screen time as possible during qualifying. Q1, 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Who is going to make it through to Q2? Good evening, Spudster. How are we doing, my friend? How are you today? As we exit the hairpin then, how late will they be on the brakes? Will they get a nice, clean exit? A very nice tight line there. Exit is good as well. Nice and early on the throttle. Coming up to Spoon. Very difficult section of track is Spoon. As we see another yellow flag in sector 2. They run a little bit wide, but stay within the compounds of the tracks. Now, it's all about using your battery down here. Heading up to 130R. How fast will you get up to? 195, maybe 200 if you're lucky. 195. Here we go then. How late on the brakes will they be? And the camera angle did us dirty there. I wanted to see how late they'd be on the brakes. I didn't get to see that, unfortunately. He's done a 1 minute 28.8 38.669. So he's gone a little bit quicker than his fastest time. Hi Phil, thank you darling, I appreciate that. I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm well mate, thank you. I'm good. Do we have anybody on a hot lap? We're riding aboard of the Red Bull. We will stay on board with this Red Bull. It looks like they're going for it again, and they look like they're struggling. They look like they're struggling for traction as well as pace, but we'll see. What's the time? We're 1 minute 30.6, so he's just under 4 seconds off the fastest lap at the minute for Q1. 2 minutes 38 to go, so he definitely needs to put a quick lap time in to try and get through to Q2, but we shall see. Rosie has retired with 1 minute 28.5, so if he can beat a 1 minute 28.5, then they will be through. As we approach then 130R, still 55% of the battery available to him. How are we looking? Nice and late on the brakes. Good entry, good exit as well. Oh, and these two big slimes. First time trying to get the power down, and then he tried again, and he lost it again, but he's done 1 minute 29.3, so definitely getting quicker as he goes along, but it doesn't like it's going to be enough. Unfortunately for M. Pascove 1914. Let's ride on board then with Rizzy Sticks, who is currently last of the 20 drivers. Runs a bit wide there on the exit of the corner. Very wide there as well. And that will compromise them throughout the whole of this sweeping section. That little mistake. What's their first sector going to be like? So it's a 31.899 then. Bit scruffy there on the exit, nearly, and he's aborted the lap. The lap has been aborted. As we see, P1 and P2 are currently sat in the pits. And we have J. Williams 1987 on an out lap. The guy who runs Tier 2. He's definitely going for it again to see if he can get into Q2. The Red Bull, yeah, 2.8 off his best. Yeah, he's going slow as well. The Renault looks like he's on with an out lap for one Renault, then scenario 7. He looks like if they improve that they could be on the cusp. We shall see. There's a bit of a gap though between P13 to P15, P16 of 3/10, so that could easily be evaporated. The biggest gap though is between P1 to P3 of a second between them times. So we're right on board then with this lap as we go through sector 1. What's his first sector going to be? Doesn't look great. It's a 32.3, so he's 4 thousandths down on his personal best. So hopefully he can make it up in sector 2 and sector 3. We'll continue to ride on board though. We will pick up the end of J. Williams 1987's lap as well. But here we go then. We've got a Red Bull behind, which I believe is on a slow lap. Not 100% sure. Let's ride on board and let's see what his sector 2 time is like. And he spun! He spun on the exit of the second spoon. That will bring out a yellow flag, and that will surely hamper a few laps. That is a great shame there for the Renault. He looked to be on a pretty decent lap, or at least matching his own personal best time. But unfortunately, he's dropped on the second part of spoon, which is a great shame for him. Now all he can do is hope that he's going to get through to Q2. We'll pick up J. Williams then as he enters the final part of the lap. What's he going to do? It's going to be a 1 minute. He improved. He does a 1:29.619, but it looked like it was invalid, and it has gone down as invalid, so he is out of Q1. Unfortunately for him, he is out in Q1. So here we go then. It's looking like the bottom 5 is going to be Rizzle691. For some reason myself, because my AI was there. I don't know why, but I'm not racing, I'm commentating, so that's a bit strange. J Williams 1987 also has missed out. M Paskov 1914 has also missed out. P Crazy is also out as well. And the driver who finishes Q1 on the top is the driver R28 with a 1 minute 26.888. So credit where credit is due. What a lap. Evening, Amiral. How are we doing, buddy? How are you? Good to see you here, mate. You've got your work to do, Amiral. You're nearly 9/10 off, mate, in Q1. That Ferrari looks fast. So we have 5 temps from P1 to P2 in Q1. And then from second to, well, 5th, 14th, we have a second. So it's very close. It's going to be very close to see who is going to go through from Q1, Q2 to Q3. Who will run? Who will try and run the medium tyres as well? That's going to be interesting to see if they can start on the mediums in Q2 for the race. So we'll see which drivers will try the medium compound tyres. Who has the confidence to think they can get around and be quicker than the guys on the softs and get into Q3 and then run mediums, which then will benefit them in the race. But we will see. He should be tier 1. I'm so slow. Oh, we only have 13 drivers in Q2. Okay. Looks like a couple have left the session then. That's a shame. So Q2 drivers then, we have Scenario_7. We have NoFan. We have Exu. Mystery98. We have David. The driver R28, who was quickest in Q1. Craigo82. BX37 Pro. Sadistics Kid. King B. Bowie 95. Amiral. Penny. And J Hampson 97 are your 13 drivers in Q2. And we have one driver out on track at the minute. We have Amiral. And as I thought, he has gone out on the medium compound tyres to see what sort of banker lap time he can put in. So we're riding aboard Amiral, as he's the only driver out on track at the minute. So we'll keep riding aboard of him. He's running the number 95 in the Haas. This guy is so dedicated to F1. He loves it. He literally lives, sleeps and breathes F1. I know that from racing with him as well. He just loves it. So as we see, Amiral is out on track now, and so is David R28. He's also out of the track. As we see a few more drivers exit the pits then, as we get into the first minute and a half of Q2. So let's get everything set up. Enabled. There we go. Detail fitted. Best. Delta. We'll go for that. There we go. So as we can see then, we have got a few drivers that have come out on mediums, and we have one, Penny, who's come out on the softs then. So we're riding aboard Amiral then, as he's the first driver to start a hot lap in Q2. As we see the Renault nice and staying out of the way, very nice and clean by the Renault there, fair play to him. So Amiral then, as he goes through turn 2 and 3, what sort of line does he do? He's got a nice line there, compromised himself there a little bit, short shift, maybe did a little bit too early there, runs a little bit of curb, runs a little bit wide, but so far so good for Amiral, with a first set of a 31.749. Which is the fastest sector so far, but he is the only driver so far to set a first sector time. Hairpin very nice and clean there, but on the exit, He looked like he got a bit greedy on the power and the car started to slide, which was a good save, but it will compromise his speed and his time all the way down to Spoon. Now, this corner, we saw the Renault in Q1 make a mistake. Emerald touches the curb there, very tight on the entry, which will cost him on the exit. Now, he runs down to 130R. What sort of speed will he carry on the entry? 195. How late will he be on the brakes? This is the important question. Makes the apex very well. Exit is also good. A little bit of grass kicked up on the way out, but that won't matter. He's used all his DRS and ERS. He sets a benchmark of a 1 minute 28.392 on the mediums. So we will pick up the driver R28 as he exits 130R. He set a purple sector 2. Little bit of curb kicked up there on the entry, but nothing major to affect his line. Here we go, then let's see what sort of time he does. Well, he beat Emerald's 1 minute 28.3. He does. He beats it by a tenth of a second. He does a 1 minute 28.220 on the mediums as well. So 2 quick laps there from them two. Good bankers. As we see the Ferrari of No Fan Dangle, who goes P1 on the softs, a 1 minute 27.935 to immediately beaten by Penny, who does a 1 minute 27.2 on the softs. So maybe that will see a Mirror and the driver R28. If we see a few more drivers go quicker than them times, maybe that will see them think we have to go softs. So we'll continue with scenario _7's lap then. What sort of pace have they got? As we come up the hill to 130R, we have a yellow flag in sector 2, but we will continue with this lap. As we see David go P3 on the mediums, a 1:27.953. That's a very clean lap there by David. Very good lap there. How fast will the Renault go on the mediums? He's done a 1 minute 28.9. So he's P6 out of the runners at the minute on a lap. We'll pick up with the Red Bull then as they approach Spoon. Very tricky section of track here. We shall see how they get on. Nice exit there. Down the hill, up the hill to 130R, 63% of battery left. So still plenty of battery to use. What sort of speed will they carry? 195. How much will they lift? They don't lift, which is good to see. How will they approach this final section of track? Nice clean entry, very clean exit. No slide there, no grass kicked up as well. As soon as we get the DRS open, they will open it, and we do a 1 minute 28.5. That's a very nice clean end to lap down we saw from the Red Bull. So have we got Scenario is going again, but he's 2 tenths down. Do we have anyone else on a hot lap at the minute? We do. We have BX37 Pro as they enter the final sector of the lap. We shall see. Here we go then. Coming up to 130R. Nice line there. No lift. How late on the brakes do you want to be? Nice. Looks like they compromised their exit a little bit there, but we shall see what sort of lap time they were able to pull. And it's a 1:29.1 on the mediums. So we've seen a lot of drivers trying the mediums, and I can probably see 3 or 4 of them boxing and going straight on the softs. We shall see. A lot of the drivers are trying the medium. It's worth a try. You might as well try it. We'll pick up Jay Hampson 97 then as they look to start their first flying lap, and we will ride on board for this entire lap. Let's just enjoy it. You see the Ferrari getting out of the way. He's run very wide there, and he has invalidated his lap at turn 1. You can see the red screen coming up saying lap invalidated. That's a shame. So that lap is ruined, unfortunately for him. Cheers, Williams. I appreciate that, mate. I really do appreciate that. Trying my best, that is for sure. Trying to pick up everything. All these yellow flags going on. It's crazy. I'm just trying to watch the mini-map. But unfortunately for J Hampson 97, he has invalidated this lap. So just be about looking after the tyres, saving the battery, saving as much fuel as possible, and going again to try and set a time. Or maybe he will box and go straight for the softs and not risk the mediums. But let's see. We have no fan Dan, who's out on a set of softs. Drive R28. He's coming out on the mediums again. He's going very slow on these mediums, though. He's obviously not wanting to take any life out of them. But he's wanting to go for a second run. As we see Penny retire from the session. So she's happy with her lap. She's thinking, yep, I'm through to Q2. And with that sort of timing, you would be quite happy with that. As we see Jay Bowie, who, sorry that I've missed this, but he has gone at P2 with a 1 minute 20.830. That's a very quick lap. And as I thought, Amiral has gone out on the softs, or he is going out on the softs. Oh, he's pitted. He's pitted. Maybe not then. Have we got anybody on a hot lap? Yes, we're riding aboard with scenario _7 then. Sector 2, coming up to the hairpin. Third lap on these tyres, so these guys that are wanting to do mediums are committing to it, but using the same set. So maybe compromise them in the race. But anyway, we'll continue with this lap as he heads up to Spoon. Very nice line there. We saw him spin here in Q1. Gets around there unscathed this time. Still got plenty of battery left to use. Coming down then to 130R. And judging by this speed, it looks like he is on either an in lap or an out lap because he's not hitting maximum speed. Which is a shame because it looked like he was pushing. We'll probably see him box. We do see him box, as we thought. So, with under 5 minutes to go then, we still have 3 drivers yet to set a time. Mystery 98, Craigo 82 and J Hampson 97 are yet to set a time on the board. But so far, so good for Penny, who is through to Q3 by the looks of it at the minute. But the times for the mediums runners, I mean, according to this, we have Amiral on the wets. According to the graphic screen, we have Amiral on the wets. Does he know something we don't know? The track looks dry to me. The track looks dry to me. So, 4 minutes. Banter, buddy. You're just trying to cause me a problem, aren't you, mate? You're trying to get me all irate and all that. As we see some cars leave the pits then. And Amiral has retired from the session. So he is confident that his time of 1 minute 28.3 is good enough to get through to Q3 on the mediums. That is a risky move by him, but we shall see how it works out. Interested to see how these guys get on then on their hot lap. So we're riding aboard then with the Haas as he looks to start his flying lap then on the soft compound tyre. Let's see how he gets on. Down the main straight then. Coming up to a difficult part of the track. How late will he break into turn 1? That's a nice line there. Doesn't want to run too far wide and invalidates lap. Just about keeps it within the track limit. This is a difficult part of the track. You've got to be so consistent. You've got to get your line right. One slight mistake and you could lose half a second easily. But it's very clean sector 1 here. What sort of time is it going to be? So he's 7 tenths up on his personal best through sector 1. So this is a great start to the lap for him. As we come to the hairpin. A little bit of a tyre smoke there, but it's kept it within the track. Exit was good as well, so we will see as we ride up to Spoon. Now this track could make or break. This part of the track can make or break your lap. We shall see. A little bit of curb there, probably a bit more than what he wanted to use, but he's kept it going. The car is looking good. He's got 57% of battery left. What's his sector 2 time like? We shall find out in a second. So he's gone purple in sector 2. He has gone purple in sector 2. So let's see then, out of this final part of the lap, how will this do? As we see Jay Hamster retire from the session, his sector 3 time is going to be a 1 minute, and he goes P2 then, a 1 minute 27.392. That was a great lap to ride on board with by the Haas driver. Very nice and clean. Lost himself a bit of time in sector 1, probably 1 or 2 tenths, which could have seen him go probably P1, but that was a great lap. So who have we got then? We've got Scenario 11, who is still trying the mediums. He's not giving up on this medium strategy. We want to use it. And all they've got to do is find maybe 2-3 tenths, as we see a lot of drivers retire from the session, seeing that they are comfortably through. So we'll ride on board a lap with the Renault then. We shall see if he can improve. He needs to find a good, I'd say, 4 tenths, maybe 5 tenths to be comfortably safe if he can get safe, that is. It's currently P12. We'll see what his first sector time's like on his mediums, which according to the graphic are 3 laps old. So the best life out of them will have been used. As we see a yellow flag in sector 1, but that quickly disappears. We've got under a minute left on the timer as well. And his first sector is 2 tenths down on his personal best. And with a bit of a slide there on the exit corner, this is not going to help him. This is going to be making him lose time as the lap continues. As we go wide into the hairpin as well. And the exit wasn't great. Bit of wheel spin. Trying to get down on the traction very early. As we head up to Spoon. Hi Liam, how are you, buddy? We shall see what he said. He's very wide there. Nearly did what he did in Q1. But we'll continue with this lap. We shall see what sort of... We see another driver retire from the session. He's 6 tenths down, unfortunately for him. As we're seeing a lot of drivers retire from the session, we will continue. And he looks like he's aborted this lap. And he does. He peels into the pit lane. And unfortunately for him, that is him in P12. As we see the driver R28 go P2. So he wasn't confident enough for the mediums. And it looks like... Has Amiral just scraped through to Q3? Looks like he has. As we see the Renault peel into the pit. So it looks like we only have 2 drivers starting the race on medium compound tyres. So it looks like, if this is correct, I don't know if they're doing the normal, but if this is correct, we have lost Jay Hamster, we have lost Craigo, and we have lost Scenario 7 from the final 10 shootout. But we will see what happens in a minute. We will see. So yes, Q2 we have lost, as we expected, Jay Hamster, Craigo 82 and Scenario _7. Look at that, the gap between P1 and P2 was 6 thousandths of a second in the end. But Amiral has scraped through on his mediums, so has David, and Bowie 95 will be on the mediums at the start of the race. Let's go to Q3 then, the finale of qualifying. It shall be exciting without a shadow of a doubt. Just message Jay Williams quickly. So then, Q3, the final shootout for pole position. You will probably see a few laps. Cheers, mate. I appreciate. Oh, as soon as you. Oh yeah, thank you, Jack. I appreciate that, mate. Very good laps for you, my good friend. Good luck in Q3 as well. So then, 12 minutes to decide who is going to be on pole position here for Japan round 1 of the season. We have No Fan, Exu, Mystery 98, David, the driver R28, BX30 Pro, Statistics King B, JB Bowie 95, Emerald and Penny are your top 10 shootouts for pole position. So we will see who can be on pole. As we see the two Haas boys out on track nice and early, looking to get a nice clean lap in. They're very close to each other. Yes, Emerald is right behind him. Emerald's in a rush. Emerald wants to get on with it. As you can see him kicking up the grass on his outlap. He wants to get on with it. Oh, and he nearly spins on his outlap. Oh, that was close. He is pushing. Just needs to remember it's an outlap. Don't win it on the outlap. Could you imagine binning it there on an outlap and your qualifying being over? Keep it calm, Emerald, buddy. Keep it calm. So as we see, the majority of the grid are now out on an outlap. We have 4 drivers still in the pits. Maybe they're planning the one-shot go later on in the session. Maybe they're confident enough that they can start high up in the grid doing one run. But anyway, we will ride on board with Emerald then, as he will be the first one to set a lap in Q3. So let's go on board with this lap. He's in the Haas, running number 95. DRS open down the main straight. Coming into turn 1 as we see the car exiting the pits getting out of the way. Nice exit there, very clean. Into these couple of corners here. Runs a little bit curved, runs a little bit wide, but he should be okay. Gets a bit of a slide on there, has to correct it mid-corner, and that will compromise him without a shadow of a doubt. And he's aborted this lap. He has aborted this lap, which is understandable. So we will pick up with his teammate as he comes through sector 1. He sets a 31.9 as his first sector. Merrill will have to get out of the way. This is not good here. Is he going to get close enough to the Haas driver in front? Or is Merrill still pushing? He looks like he is. He gets out of the way. Shouldn't have hampered him too much, if any at all. As we go down to Spoon then, how will he take this corner? Bit wide there on the exit, but it shouldn't compromise him too much. That would have been very close there to an invalidation, but he's kept it within the track. As we head down to 130R, he sets a purple sector 2. Coming into the final part of the lap then. What's his first lap time going to be? His first banker is going to be a 1 minute. 1 minute 27.8 then for the first lap for one of the Haas boys. Let's pick up with the second Red Bull. He's running out that. So let's go to the Ferrari. They are on. We'll pick up this Ferrari as he enters the final part of the lap. What sort of lap time is this going to be? He's used up all his ERS. He's done a 1 minute. He goes fastest and a 1 minute 27.2. And we shall see where his teammate is as he comes round sector 2 then. Coming up to 1 minute 130R. As we see Statistics King go P3 with a 1 minute 30.8. So he's obviously made a mistake somewhere on that lap. And we're going again. Enters the final corner. Down the main straight then. Plenty of ERS still to use. And he's gone P3 or 1 minute 27.833. There's only 3 thousandths between P2 and P3 at the minute. Have we got anybody else on the lap? We have the Red Bull, who looks to be the furthest guy around the lap at the minute. As we see Penny retire from the session without setting a lap. Has Penny got some sort of technical issues that's prevented her from doing a lap? We don't know that, I'm afraid. But we're riding aboard with the Red Bull then. Continue to ride aboard with him as he goes through 1 minute 30R. Down to the braking zone then. How late can you be? Nice exit there as well. What sort of lap is this going to be? It's going to be a 1 minute 27.9. That puts him P4 at the minute. As we have the Renault and we have the Renault and the Williams very close to each other. As we see driver R28 set an absolute blinding lap of a 1 minute 26.883 to go nearly a second clear of P2. What a lap that is. That is a banker, that is. Come beat me if you can, that's literally what they've just said there. As we see the Renault make a slight mistake on the exit of the corner. What sort of lap time is this going to be? A 1 minute 29.239. Sees him go P5 currently at the minute. We'll continue then with the Racing Point as they enter the final corner. And they go P2 with a 1 minute 27.687. Still 8 tenths behind the fastest guy at the minute. And as you can see, the gaps there, we have 8 tenths effectively between P1 and P2. Then we have a further 2 tenths back to P3. And P3 and P4 are very close to each other, with P5 not far behind too either. We still have, I'd say, 4 drivers yet to properly set a lap time at the minute. We shall see. Bowie is on an out lap. As we pick up Amiral then, as he starts his second flying lap. He'll be hoping for a much cleaner sector 1 compared to last time. Lovely. Nice and early on the power. Feather the throttle. He does a 30.564, so he's gone fastest at the minute currently in sector 1. We'll continue with this lap then. We'll see what sort of pace he can pull out. Nice entry and exit there from that corner, using all the curb available to him. As we head up to Spoon, a little bit of grass use there, but that won't compromise him much. We'll get a good exit here as well. Coming down then to 130 yard. What's his sector 2 going to be like? You will find out within the next second or two. He's gone purple in sector 2 as well, so he's on a very clean lap. If he can keep this together, 2 very good sectors so far. Nice early exit and entry there to the corner. We shall see. Round the final corner we go then. Opens up the DRS and it's a 27.2, so we lost a lot of time there in the final sector, but that cuts him currently P2 on the grid. Do we have anybody currently on a hot lap? Yes, we do. We have Jay Bowie entering the final part of the lap now, coming up to the end of sector 2. And they've gone purple in sector 2 now as well, so they are on a quick lap as well. We'll see what this final sector can be like for Jay Bowie 95. What sort of pace can they produce? They do a 1:27.4, which puts them currently P3 on the grid, 5 tenths behind the driver R28, who looks very quick, I must say. Very quick indeed. Anyway, BX37 Pro is currently 3.5 tenths up on his personal best through sector 1. So let's continue with this lap. Runs a little bit wide there on the exit of the corner as we have a yellow flag for the Haas in front, which is a Mirror. He will just be crawling back to the pits. I'm guessing he's either in limp hold mode or has just run out of fuel. So anyway, we'll see what sort of sector 2 time BX37 Pro is able to produce. They're 3 tenths up on their own personal best, so they are improving. As we see Amiral get out of the way for him. Oh, he invalidates it at the final corner as well. That's such a shame. That's such a shame. They were 3 tenths up on their lap and they invalidate right at the end. That's such a shame to see. Let's pick up then with the Red Bull coming through sector 1. Very nice the racing point there to get out of the way, make it nice and easy to come through as we come round the hairpin. Nice and early on the throttle. Good exit as well. Power down nice and early is what you like to see. So we head up to Spoon then. Very wide there, and they have invalidated their lap as well, unfortunately for the Red Bull. They will get another shot at it. They will get one more lap, but that will be it. Unfortunately, it'll have to be on this set of tyre. Yet, as we see the Red Bull weaving a little bit there, he knows that lap is ruined. So, we have the Renault. Currently in P8. 2.3 seconds off the pace. As we see Emeril retire from the session, so he's confident with his lap that he can stay near the front of the grid. He's confident that P2. As we see, the Red Bull is the Red Bull begins with an R. The Renault is 7 tenths up on his personal best through sector 1. As we also see a Red Bull retire. That's probably why I got my tongue twisted then. So he will be P7 at best in the Red Bull, but we'll continue with Ministry 98 in the Renault, who was 8 tenths up on his personal best in sector 1. What's his sector 2 time going to be like? But he hasn't validated the lap, as I can see on the screen, which is a shame. He hasn't validated the lap. The red sign is up, so unfortunately for him, that is his qualifying over, and he will start P8 at best. So who have we got on a hot lap? We've got Jay Bowie, who's gone again. He's gone purple in sector 2 again, so we shall see how much fuel has he got left. He's got a little bit of battery left. Can he improve by a tenth and a bit to jump up onto the front row, or can he improve even more and take pole? He improves, but it's still P3, 69 thousandths behind Emeril. As we see, P4 is currently 2.5 tenths up on their lap. So if they have a good final sector here, they can jump, P5, they can jump up onto the front row of the grid. Yep, he's 4 tenths up nearly. So we will see what his final sector is going to be like in the racing point. So we come around the final corner then. It looks a very clean lap here. He does go P2. He goes up to P2, does David. That's a very good lap by David there. 3.5 tenths off pole position. Pushes Emeril down to P3. Pushes Jay Bowie down to P4. So we have the Haas. He's on an in lap now. Do we have the Ferrari on a hot lap? We shall see. What sort of speed is the Ferrari doing? Nope, he's on a cool down lap. So that looks like it. That looks like the grid. Just replying to J.A. Williams quickly, finding out why my car was in the grid. So, the driver R28, the Ferrari, is on pole position from David, and then Emeril is P3, Jay Bowie P4, Statistics King P5, BX37 Pro P6, No Fan is P7, Exu is P8, Ministry 98 is P9, and Penny unfortunately didn't get set a lap. Penny unfortunately wasn't able to set a lap and is P10. I think I'm going to have to retire from the race because my car is in the race. For some reason, I'm not racing, so I don't understand that. I'm sure I click spectate, but maybe not. We'll top up the old Pepsi before the race. So, 50% then. Race round Japan. This could be very interesting indeed to see what will happen. Very interesting indeed. Nice little breather then before we go to the race. Oh yes. Oh, I will have to. I can't retire. I hope we have a formation lap. I really hope there's a formation lap here, otherwise I'm going to miss the start of the race. I do apologise to all the guys. I will be retiring straight away. Please be a formation lap. Yeah. Do I have to? We'll see. We shall see. I will release the clutch. I can't retire to session. Oh, what's going on? I'll DNF it. Oh, that didn't work. Tried to DNF the car there. It didn't work. Can I retire? I can't retire. I'm on the grid. This is not good. I'm going to miss the start of the race. Oh no, I'm going to miss the start of the race. No, 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 no. Sorry boys, I'm going to miss the start of the race. Because I can't retire. Oh, that's a great shame. I'm not racing, I believe. I'm commentating. So I will literally. I didn't even qualify. I'm commentating, but I clicked on the car by mistake. So as soon as the race starts, I will pull up onto the grass, retire from session, and just commentate. That's a great shame. How are we doing, Abelief? Anyway, you okay? Such a shame that. Oh man, can't believe I clicked on a car. That's my bad. Yeah, I'll retire. I can't retire until the race starts. So I'll have to miss the race start, unfortunately. Yeah, good luck, Emerald. I'll have to wait for all these drivers then to line up on the grid, and then as soon as we can get going, we will retire. If Pace loses, I'll cut my balls. That's brilliant. Right, just let me concentrate so I can retire from this race quickly. Get out of the way of these boys, not hit anyone. I'm going to be going straight onto the grass. Let's see. Still can't retire. Let's get out of the way. Let's get the car here. Can we retire? Yes, we can. There we go. We're retired from session. We've missed the start, unfortunately. So I do apologise to everyone for that. But we have retired from the session. And the driver, and Emiral's made a great start. Emiral is up to P2 off the line on their mediums, hunting down that driver R28 straight away. But R28 has got off the line well. He's in pole position, still leading this race. And he's now starting to pull away from Emiral. As we see Emerald P2, Statistics P3, No Fan is P4, Bowie P5, XT Skull, and we see the Alpha Tauri there make a great move to go up to P6 of Jay Hamster. What a very adventurous move that is. As we see the Red Bull lose 2 places, maybe 3. Here we go then. What's going to happen down to 150R? Sorry, the hairpin. Very good racing there between these boys. Nice and clean. Lots of respect shown as we continue to go down the field then. Penny is P10, Craigo P11. Scenario 12. As we see a spin. There's been an incident. There's been an incident. And it's Craigo 82 and Rosie. Oh, it's Craigo 82 even, sorry. Has had a moment. They've got no wing damage, but they've had a spin on the first lap. And that will compromise them massively. As we go back to the front then, we have the driver R28, who is leading the field then at the end of lap 1 of 27 here. And he sets the fast lap of the race, which he will do at the start of the race. Then we have a Merrill P2, Statistics King P3, No Fan P4. Jay Hampton's made a great start. He is up to P5 on the mediums. Then we have Jay Bowie right behind him in P6. BX37 Pro is P7. The Red Bull has made a move around the outside of the Alfa Romeo to go back up to P8, or does he? The Alfa Romeo is trying to stick it out. And the Red Bull is through. Or is he? They're still battling here. Who has a line for the next corner? He's gone wide, and the Alfa Romeo is back through there of P Crazy. That was a nice little scrap there between these two boys. As we see the gaps beginning to form then between the top 7 and then from P8 down already. But this is very close racing here between these guys here. It's looking like we've got some really... And we have a move here. The Renault is through on the AlphaTauri. Looks like we caught that a little bit late, but it looks like he made the move on the hairpin. As we see a battle between David and the Renault. This is going to continue down to 130R then. Here we go. Will he make a move? The answer is no. Is he going to try and make a late move into the corner? No. Just has to stay behind him. As we see the driver R28 setting the fastest lap of the race then. So, the closest battle on track at the minute is between the Red Bull and P Crazy. Will the Red Bull make a move into turn 1? The answer is no. As we see, Womack is very close here, and he's through, or is he? He has the inside line, and there's a spin for the McLaren, but he saved it. He's managed to hold on to it. A little bit of contact was made there. Maybe not enough room was given, but we see the McLaren slide. And Rizzlesticks is currently P14. He's right on our mystery. But yes, a little bit of contact was made there. And unfortunately, there was a collision. Oh, wow, okay. That comment. Very nice comment, that. So, David is 4 tenths behind Scenario 7 for this final point at the minute. This is the closest battle on track as we head up to Spoon. Still battling then. Will we see a move down this straight, or will we see the drivers? So he's got 60% of battery use. He's not using his battery down this straight. He's quite happy to sit behind and wait for DRS. It's the closest battle on track at the minute. So as we enter lap 4 then, the biggest gainer so far is Jay Hamster, who has made up 5 places from the start of this race. As we enter lap 3, DRS will be enabled. As we see that rear wing flap open. He's gaining, but he's not gaining enough. As we see position change between Bowie and P Crazy. So that is P Crazy up to P7 as Bowie loses out to the Red Bull. So he's lost a couple of places there in a couple of corners. Unfortunately for him, Jay Hamster is under attack on the Ferrari for P4, with the Haas not far behind. So as the gaps out in front look to steady out a little bit here, then we have a 1.6 second gap between P2 and P3. But look at this. This is very close here between these two. The Ferrari and the Alfa are going for it. Very close battle here between these two boys on track for P4. And the Alfa gets a brilliant exit. The AlphaTauri, will he make a move into 130R? He's going down the inside. He looks like he'll have the position before the corner, and he does. Jay Hamster is through and up into P4. Very nice move that. Very nice move that indeed. Go away. Thank you. That was a very nice move there. Very clean. As we see, the Red Bull is right on the Alfa Romeo. Down the main straight. Will he make a move into turn 1? Or is he going to run out of time? He looks like he's going to go for it. He's going to try and send it. The Alfa's gone off the track. They make a little bit of contact there, it looked like. But the Alfa Romeo holds on to P7. Currently on lap 5. But the Red Bull, he is trying his best here to get past. As they go side by side for the corner. What a move. Round the outside. What a move by the Red Bull. That was so clean. But the Alfa Romeo is coming straight back at him. And they make contact there. It looks like the Alfa tried to turn into the Red Bull a little bit there. Oh, and he thought about it. And then McLaren, Red Bull. Oh, and after that great move, the Red Bull has gone off. And he's lost 4 places. Unfortunately for him. But look at this. The McLaren of Bowie round the outside of P Crazy. Can he make it stick? As we have David right behind them as well. This is a great scrap for P7. As the Alfa runs a bit wide of P Crazy, and now he is down to P9. So with Jay Bowie, the Racing Point there decided he was going to cut grass. And it looks like Bowie is struggling a little bit here. He made the positions, and then the Alfa Romeo and the Racing Point have both got through. Great battle here then for P7. We see our first penalty of the race go to BX37 Pro for what I can only presume is corner cutting because he's got a 3-second time penalty, but this battle here, it's amazing between these boys at the minute for P7. They're having a right good ding-dong here. There's a 6-second gap to P6, but they won't care. They're battling for P7. They're having a great battle here. Let's check back in then with our race leader. On the, he's on the soft compound tyre. He has a 1.7 second lead to Mirrell, who is P2 and we know is on the medium tyres to start this race. So let's pick up then. We have a Mirrell 1.7 behind. Then we have Statistics King in P3, who has got Jay Hamster 97 all over the back of him. It looks like them softs are going off. This gap has closed down massively within the past lap. So we will continue to run aboard with this as we head down the back straight to 130R. Jay Hamster's got 17% battery. Statistics King has got 49, but we shall see. Will he try and make a move down the main straight? It's not the easiest straight here to overtake on because it's such a fast turn 1. You really need track position to make the corner. As we see, as expected, well, first pit stop is the Williams. Sorry about that, my throat went a little bit dry. It looked like them softs were going off, and they do pit. Let's pick up then with scenario _7 as he runs P9 at the minute on lap 7 on the medium tyres. So the medium runners will look to try and make these tyres last as long as they possibly can. Let's see where Statistics will come out. They come out P15. So we have Womax here in the McLaren right on the back of J.A. Williams 1987. This is a good little scrap here. Both of these boys on medium compound tyres for P11. We'll continue to read this battle then. As we see, Mirrell's gone. Mirrell has left the session. It looks like a connection issue probably for Mirrell. That is such a shame. Mirrell has left the session. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Poor Mirrell. Big connection issue, I'm guessing. Yeah, the gap's coming down. He'll be dropping out of P3 very soon, that is for sure. Can I send him an invite? As a commentator, I will invite him quickly. There we go. Try and get him back in the race as quickly as possible. He's down to P3. I bet my kidney, if he lost, I'd die. Please win first place. Very good. Right then, as we see Mirrell now, he's down to P4. Such a shame for him. He was doing so well. Connection. As we see Jay Williams, who has been overtaken by Womack, who has now picked up a 3-second penalty. There we go, tyres. I do apologise. So yes, we have Craigo is gone on the one. Craigo is on a one stop definitely because he's gone hard, so he will go softs at the end. So this 16 is also on hards. They have done their stop, so they will pit. They won't pit again, sorry, as we have a green flag. But yes, that has really given the driver R28 this race. As we see, Emerald is still ghosted, so it looks like he is gone from this race, unfortunately for him, as he's just dropping further and further back down the field, now down to P5. But yes, our race leader is 5.3 seconds ahead. You retired? Why did you retire, buddy? You haven't retired, mate, because your guy's still racing, apparently. Oh, okay. That's a shame, mate. Maybe you shouldn't race him. If you can't do it, bless you. So yes, 5.1 seconds in front then. Let's go to intervals. That'll be easier to see. As we see a change for P. Oh, that's just a Emerald being overtaken. I sold my soul to the devil. Well, he's currently P8 and he's making a pit stop. So if the safety car comes out, if there's a big pile up and he gets some positions, then we'll see. But yes, so we run on lap 9 now, and the closest back on track at the minute is for P5 between Bowie and Scenario 7. Oh, that's a shame, Emerald. You was doing really well, mate. You look like you had great pace. That's a shame, buddy. So yes, this is the closest battle on track. I will lose my soul because of you. That's brilliant. Well, he's currently in P15. As we see, Rosie has now picked up 3-second time penalties for multiple warnings. But yes, this battle then is 8 tenths between these two drivers. As we see, Amir will get overtaken again, but he isn't racing, that's his AI, so he will drop to the back of the field. As we see the Red Bull of Xsui pick up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but now then, the gap is under 4 tenths of a second. As we head to 130R, the gap is coming down and coming down as the corners progress. So Renault brakes as late as he possibly can. As we see the Ferrari then, the race leader has pitted. He's gone to the hard compound tyres. But here we go then. How close can the Renault get down the main straight? He's within 3 tenths of a second. He's going to be close enough to make a move. The answer is no. Just behind. Just a bit too far behind. Unfortunate to make a move. But so Jay Hampson now takes the lead of this race on his medium tyres. Will he go really long on these medium tyres and try and go to the softs again? We will see. I don't know. No Fans is pushing these softs a long way. They will be, surely they will have hardly any grip left in them. We shall see. As we see Scenario_7 pick up a time penalty for multiple warnings. I reckon we'll see quite a few more of these for the boys as the race goes on, especially when the tyres start to die. Then we have David in P3. Bowie is P4 with Scenario 7 right on him, but he has got a 3-second time penalty. And then we have effectively the race leader, who is P6, who's made his pit stop. He's on the hard tyres. And then we have Womax, Craigo, Jay Williams also on the medium comp time tyres, trying to make them go as long as possible. And Penny picks up a time penalty. Here we go then. We've got a battle on track here for P9. And that is then through. And we have a 5-second penalty for No Fan for speeding in the pit lane. So there we go then. Williams is down to 10th. P Crazy is making a move here. On the Ghost of the Mirror, that is P Crazy up to P14. For the chat who are watching, cheering him on, he is now up to P14. Then we have a Miral who was ghosted. Then we have a Renault, the Red Bull, Penny in the Mercedes. Then we have Rosie. And we go back to David then at the front for 4.5 second lead. So we have driver R28 who was pitted, No Fan who has come out of the pits, P11, he's also gone on the hard compound tyres. So how long will David go? And this battle for P2 on track at the minute is still very close. But we see Jay Hamster. Jay Hamster has got past Jay Williams round the outside. And Jay Hamster's in the... Oh my God. And Jay Hamster's made a big mistake there. He's gone off the corner, passing the Alfa Romeo on the outside. He's made a big mistake. He looks like he's kept out the wall to stop him from having to do another pit stop, but that has dropped him down massively. A podium contender here is now looking like it may be a top 5 at best for him. We shall see. But let's head back up to this battle for P3 and P2 on the road between the Renault of Bowie and the Scenario _7 of the Renault. And he's very close this time. He's down the inside, moved on into turn 1. They've been having that battle for a few laps. And Scenario 7 now has the better of the McLaren. It'll be interesting to see if he can pull away. But yes, I think David is definitely going to be trying that medium to soft compound tyre strategy. I don't know if he's listening to the stream, but maybe he's heard me say go softs and then mediums and then softs. We shall see. As we see Bowie pick up a time penalty. Your eyes will bleed. That's a brilliant comment. I love that comment. That is such a good comment. As we see driver R28 getting on with it then, he's now closed within 2 seconds of the guys ahead of him. He hasn't got a penalty along with David, so it'll be between them two at the minute, maybe, to see who will be our race winner. But we've still got plenty of time to go. We're not even halfway through yet. Anything can happen. We could have a safety car. It's looking like we won't get much rain, maybe no rain at all. I'm just trying to see. We haven't really got a gap at the minute that's under half a second. We've got Jay Hamster versus Rizzle Kicks, but I think he's made a move on him. Rizzle sticks his on 11 lap old tyres. We shall see. We're riding board with a little bit then, just to see. The gap's up to 6 temps, 6.5 temps. So the gap's out in front. As we see Scenario 7 pit. He is pitting from mediums now. What will he go to? He's gone for softs. He's going to be stretching them softs a long way. It's a very early soft pit stop. If you're going for soft, surely you want to at least leave it to lap 15, 16, run as little as possible on them. We shall see. Anyway, we'll go back to the front then, because the gap is 6 temps, and this is the battle for the lead. On track, Bowie is P1. Driver R28 is P2. As we also see David pit. Now, David pit and went for the hards. I thought David was going to pit and go softs, so maybe he'll have fresher softs, hards at the end, but we will see. Maybe Bowie is going to try the one stop. Go for the softs. A Scenario 7, he's down in P14, so maybe he's thought I will go softs because I've got that penalty. We shall see. The gap out in front then is a second. As we enter the final part of lap 13. As we see, we have effectively our second retirement from the race in BX37. Well, let's pick up the Womax, as he is right behind P3 here. Will he try and make a move down the straight? We shall see. Is he going to be close enough? I don't think so. So we'll go back to the front then. We'll pick up the battle at the front. Bowie 95 and the driver R28. This is for P1. Bowie hasn't pitted yet. He's going very long. So my thought is he's going mediums and then softs. But the driver R28 will want to get past him as quickly as possible without picking up any penalties. As we see, Rizzle 691 pick up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That can only be for track limits being breached. As we see, yep, Broke 37 has left the session. Will we see a move into the hairpin? Nope, we don't. The gap sits at 5 tenths. This is a good drive here from Bowie 95 on his old tyres. 13 laps old, still going strong. We've still got 18 runners, but effectively we've only got 17 because Murrell isn't racing. So still 17 of the 19 drivers who started this race 14 laps ago are racing. As we see No Fan, he is right on Jay Williams now. The gap is 3 tenths of a second, so we will ride on board here as Williams runs wide. Then medium tyres look like they are giving up for him. And No Fan has got the move done on his fresh hards. He is through and up place into 130 out. Now will Williams come back? Will he try and come back? The camera angle did us dirty there again, but no, maybe we'll see Williams pit as Bowie pits from P1, which releases the driver R28 into P1. Now we see the Alpha get overtaken by the Racing Point. Williams is now down to P7. Good move by David there, up to P6. As we see a couple of penalties coming from race control for some dangerous moves, maybe corner cutting, who knows. As we have Craigo82, who, well, Craigo82 had contact on the opening lap, so will he go to the end of the race? Will they go to the end of the race on these hards? Will they try and make on the last 26 laps? Maybe that's his best chance of getting a good result here. He's P3, P2 on track, on merit. He's got an 8 tenths gap to the car behind. Then we have Womax in P4, who has got a 2 seconds time penalties, and he is on old tyres, so he will pit. So maybe he will try and go. We will see. We'll come back to this end of the race. We've got a battle here. Jay Hamster is right on the back of Jay Williams. He's 3 tenths behind him. I'm guessing that Jay Williams' tyres have definitely gone off here now. Their mediums don't look great. As we see a fastest off the race set by the Ferrari. He now leads by 4.2 seconds. As we see that Craigo is down to P3. He's been overtaken by Statistics King. And them tyres, we'll see if they'll hold on for him for the rest of the race. But it's going to be a long ass here. He's got 8 seconds to David. We shall see. The drivers behind have got penalties. Show us. Okay. We will show you. And he's as soon as we come on to him, he makes a mistake. He goes off track. He was gaining on the car in front. And we have an Alpha spinning of Jay Williams. And it looks like he's took them tyres too far. And all that good work of doing this long stint on the mediums looks like it's come to an end. And he nearly spins again. That was nearly another spin, unfortunately, for Jay Williams. Good save, though. And for the guys watching in the chat who are P crazy mad, he's running P9. Here he is, going round Spoon for you boys. He's got the Renault Scenario 7 right behind him. Dude with glasses. Bit rude, mate. So here we go then. The battle. 4 tenths behind, half a second behind. Let's show the battles that are very close on track. So yeah. Will he make a move? Can he make a move? Is the big question. As Rizzle sticks pits then. Will we see a move into turn 1 here from the Renault? The answer is no. We will continue to ride on board though for a little bit as this is the closest battle on track. According to the timing screen, yes it is. As Jay Williams also pits and puts on them softs. Even old people are better drivers than me, crazy. That's a brilliant comment. He's having a bit of an adventure, that is for sure. As Jay Hamster picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Which is such a shame for him. So here we go then. continues to ride on board with the Alfa and the Renault. The Renault looks like he might have got a bit stuck here behind P Crazy. He will try and defend with all his might on lap 17 of 27. What's the gap? The gap is just under 3 tenths. Oh, we'll quickly go to Jay Hamster as he is looking to make a move on the Ferrari of No Fan. Round the outside into 130R. Is there a bit of contact there? No, he gets through. Job done. Will the Ferrari come back though? As we go back on board then, as we see into 130R, and the Renault is through. So in the space of 10 seconds, we see 2 overtakes into 130R. Great racing here by the boys. Fantastic battles throughout the field. And that releases Scenario 7 up into P7. Scenario 7 is currently P7. And P Crazy is P8 for all the fans watching in the chat. Has Ministry made a mistake? Nope, he is pitting. So he's gone for a 2-stop then on them tyres. As we see, the Red Bull crew are out for their driver, then Puskip. Then we have Jay Williams in P16 as he comes down the final straight. He'll probably make a couple of positions up here as these drivers pit. Then we have Rosie and Amiral is still running, but he's ghosted because he's not racing on AI. So then we go back to our race leader then on lap 18 of 27. And he has a 5.9 second lead over P2. And the gap behind P2 is 1.735 seconds. Then we have David, 6.7 behind. And Jay Hamster, a second behind him. But he's got, I don't know how many seconds worth of time penalty. I believe it's 6 seconds worth of time penalties. Then we have No Fan, Scenario 7 on them soft. P Crazy, he's stuck with him. To be fair, he's stuck with him on his fresh softs. He's only half a second behind actually, and he's gaining. As we see the Red Bull pick up even more time penalties, as we see Jay Hamster set the fastest lap on the hard compound tyre, a 1:30.5. Now, can P Crazy get the move done? Can he get the overtake back? He's got DRS open. He's not using his battery. He gets within 2 tenths of a second. He tries to go around the outside. And unfortunately for him, he's not close enough to make the move. Still the closest battle on the track there between these boys. You wanted more of P Crazy. You're getting it. He's answered the call. He's having a great scrap with Scenario 7 here for P7 on track. As we see the Red Bull is currently half a second ahead of the McLaren of Womax. And then we have J Bowie 95 just outside of the points in P11 with 3 seconds. 3 lap old hard. And then we have Penny, Rizzlesticks, Jay Williams, Ministry, Paskett, Rosie, and Amiral is still running, even though he's not racing because he's ghosting for his fast person. So the gap out in front then has increased over the last couple of laps by a further half a second. It looks like the driver R20 has this in the bag, barring a mistake or a safety car. As we see a yellow flag in sector 2, but that is quickly removed. And we have a battle here. Womax round the outside. Womax is through. Womax is through and up into P8. He's overtaken the Red Bull. As Scenario 7 pits. Scenario 7 has pitted. Is he going for another set of softs? He is. So P Crazy, after having probably such an eventful race so far, is currently P8. We're riding aboard then with Jay Hamster. He has caught David up. Will he try and make a move? Oh, nearly lost it on the exit there. Could have been very dangerous, could have compromised and maybe ruined both the drivers' races there. Ooh, very close here between the boys. 4 attempts on track, and Bowie, he is 2 attempts behind P Crazy. Will he look to make a move? As we see, the Renault is very close, in, the Red Bull is very close in front as well. He gets a nice wide exit there. Will he look to make a move up, down to Spoon, or maybe into 130 as we see Ministry pick up a further 3 second time penalty This commentating is making my throat go very dry. As we see, statistics set a fastest lap. Now in that last lap, they took a second out of the car in front. And P Crazy, he's right on the Red Bull. Is he going to go for a move here into the chicane? Will he make a move? The answer is no, he's too far back. How about the exit? Will his exit be okay? Gets a bit of a slide there. Has that allowed Bowie onto the back of him? It looks like it has a little bit. Is Bowie close enough to make a move down this straight? We shall see. I don't think so. But here we have Craigo on the Mercedes. He looked to have the move done, but the Mercedes stuck it out, kept the move, and kept position on the track for that final point. Now Craigo will want to get past as quickly as he can, as we see P Crazy is right on the back of the Red Bull with the McLaren of Bowie 95 right behind him as well. Very close battle here on track for P7. They are indeed, aren't they? As we see the Red Bull run a little bit wide, and now Bowie has his chance. Can he make a move on the Alpha down the inside? He brakes late. Does he shut the door? He does. Very clean move there into Kobayashi corner. That is one that Kamui Kobayashi will be proud of himself. And now P Crazy, is he under threat from Penny? Maybe not. No, just a bit too far back. And he tried to come straight back there at the McLaren, but it didn't look like it's going to happen. He runs a little bit wide on the exit as well. As Penny goes around the outside, is she going to get the move done here? They go wheel to wheel. They make contact down the straight. As we see Craigo right behind them. Is he going to go for it as well? Around the outside, Penny's going for it. She's up into P9. That's a very good move there. As we see Craigo trying to get past the Alpha as well. He's going to get a great exit here. Are we going to see P Crazy out of the points as well now? Craigo has the inside line. Will he hold it on? Or will P Crazy make the move? P Crazy hangs on. Crazy battle here. As we see Penny pick up a penalty. Unfortunately, that is a shame for her. So yes, we'll take a little breather now, as Penny is right in the back of the Red Bull. Maybe not. Maybe the drivers won't allow us to have a little breather, as Craigo is still sitting right at the back here of this battle here for the final point position. These guys are battling like it's for the win. It's great stuff here in Japan with 60. And there's a little bit of contact, and a little bit of the wing of the Racing Point has broken off there. It looks like the end plate, as we see Roti set fire. And then we see a spin. P Crazy is round. P Crazy is round there. There was contact with Craigo. And unfortunately for P Crazy, he has gone round into a spin. That is such a shame. As we see Jay Williams now and Ministry 98 battling for P14 on track here. Let's see how these boys got on them. As the gap out in front is still 5.6 seconds. So that one is looking pretty much like it's covered. But yes, here we go then. Can Williams get a move done down here? Or will he be able to get it done down the straight? We shall see. We will ride on board as we head up to 130R. As we see a yellow flag in Sector 1, we will not. We will jump to Sector 1 then. Has David had a moment? He looks like he has. He looks like he's had a moment, unfortunately for him. Penalties, there we go then. We'll have penalties now. Penalties, so there we go, yeah. 3 seconds, 5 seconds. We've got the most we've got then is 6 seconds worth of penalties here for drivers at the minute. But let's go back to Jay Williams, who has got the move done. He is up into P14, but the Renault is not giving this up. He is right behind. And the leader, yes! The leader has dropped it. We missed that. Thank you, Amiral. We were too busy focusing there on the battle. He has dropped it. And we have Sadistic King, who is now leading the race with 4 laps to go. The Ferrari is in the pits. He'll have a wing change here. He'll go for the soft compound tyres. Oh my God. The Ferrari, he had it in the bag. He had it in the bag. We will go back to tyres then. Oh, that's such a shame for him. Sadistic King then is P1. Penny is going to get a puncher on the last lap. She's proper going for them tyres, isn't she? She's making them tyres last a long way. She's now P7. She's got the Red Bull right behind her. She'll have no grip come the end of this race. But yes, the driver R28, who was leading this race comfortably. He was leading this race comfortably. And he's now P9. Okay, you want to see P Crazy? There is P Crazy. He is P11. Currently P11. He's not having a battle with anyone, so we will be leaving him. And we will be focusing on the battles. As we see Jay Williams and the Renault are still going for it for P14 on the track. We shall see how this battle plays out. But I'm interested to see how much of a recovery the driver R28 can make. As we see Sue is right on the back of Penny. The top 6 are all evenly spread out here at the minute. So the battles for the points are further down. So we will see what happens. Here we go then. The Red Bull is looking to make a move into 130R. Will he be able to make a move? The answer is no. Can he be late on the brakes though? Going to try and go around the outside of the Mercedes. Maybe not. Maybe trying to force the Mercedes into a mistake here. As we are on lap 25 of 27, free to go then. As we see the Ferrari's got tremendous speed on them softs. He's gained massively. Will we go free abreast into the first corner? The Ferrari makes 2 moves in 1. And it looked like Penny cut the grass there. She was taking her own line through that corner. As we see the driver R28 make 2 moves into 1 corner. They are on a mission with 3 to go. They're probably targeting, well, the best probably get up to now is P6. As the gap between P2 and P3 is 1.3 seconds. So we'll look at penalties then. So at the minute, what positions will we see him dropped? The driver R28, well, on track at the minute, he's on course for P6. That is the closest battle. Oh no, Womax. The 2 McLaren boys are very close here. As we see Jack Williams pick up a 3-second time penalty for multiple corner cutting. Yeah, these guys are really up for P Crazy, aren't they? He's running solo, so we won't be focusing on him. Almost punching for Penny. She will be struggling. Do we see somebody in the pits then? Let's have a look at Penny then. Yes, her tyres will be very, very low on grip. She will have used a lot of her tyres up already, that is for sure. So, with 2 laps to go then. Let's go back to tyres. So yes, she's on 23 lap old tyres. 23 laps to go. 2 more laps to go. Lap 26. Matrix 55. We have 2 laps to go. My maths are correct. As we see the Williams in P1 then with 1.5 laps to go round Spoon. And the driver R28, he is pushing. So he will have to make that position on track now. He has got a penalty. As we see the 2 McLarens going for it for P5. This is very close. Very close between the McLaren boys. Maybe the driver R28 is thinking he can get up to P5. We will see. But yes, this is the closest battle on track then between the 2 McLarens. As we enter the final lap then, the Williams of Statistics King B has started their final lap of the race. One more tour then here of Suzuka. As the McLaren of Bowie was very late on the brakes there. He knows he's compromised his exit big time there. He will not get a run at his teammate down the main straight. It's looking like P5 and P6 for McLaren. Maybe the Ferrari will have something to say about that. As we'll pick up scenario 7 then. Will he be able to make a move on the Alpha Tauri down the main straight? I don't think he will. He's not close enough. Or maybe he is. We will see. Is he gaining enough? The answer is no. as we go into the final lap for all these boys. But has the Red Bull? No. AlphaTauri has held on there. So let's pick up with... Here you go then. Here's P Crazy for one final time for you. Battling for P11. We will pick up with our race leader though, as they come down to 130R for the final time. Statistics King B has kept his nose clean, not had a spin, not got a penalty. Comes around the final couple of corners then, and it's going to be Statistics King is going to win the opening race here in Japan. Great drive, and we will go straight to the Ferrari, who's looking to go round the outside of the McLaren into 130R. Will he be able to make the move stick? Both McLarens run a little bit wide there. Will they try and block him? And there's contact! There is contact. The Ferrari breaks his wing. He ran into the back of the McLaren there, and he's going to have to settle for P7. That was a very close battle there between them boys, as we'll pick up then with P Crazy into the final corner. This is another close battle here. Scenario 7 has got past Rizzle Sticks down that straight. P Crazy will finish 11th. Scenario 7 will be 12th. Rizzle Sticks 13th. He's got damage. Looks like he's low on fuel. Ministry 98 is going to be P14. Crosses the line P14 then. Jay Williams crosses the line P15. And we have the Red Bull of in P16. So yes, great drive there by all the lads. As you see there, the Red Bull P16 driver of the day goes to Womax, who finished P5 on the road. But congratulations to our race winner in the Williams. Absolute brilliant drive there. So Statistics King wins the opening round here in Japan. David is also on the podium in P2. Then we have No Fan in the Ferrari in P3. Jay Hamster is P4. Womax P5 in the McLaren. And what a drive from Womax. P19 on the grid to P5. That is a great drive. Then we have the driver R28 in the Ferrari, who had it in the bag. He had it in the bag until the spin. Then we have Bowie. Then we have Bowie in the other McLaren, who finishes P7 actually. So Bowie got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Then we have Sul in the Red Bull. Penny, who made them hard go 26 laps. And Craigo rounds out the top 10. So driver R28 also got the fastest lap of the race, which was 1:29.271. And then we have P Crazy P11 for the fans. Then we have Scenarios 7, 12, Rizzle Sticks P13, Ministry P14, Williams P15, Red Bull P16, Rosie P17. Yeah, well done though, mate. We had a great race. I'm going to hell right now, P Crazy. At the Duke, you drove great. You should claim the relax towards the end of the race. Yeah, well done, Duke. I'm the driver 28 there. Show another name. I'm the driver. Haha, unlucky. Unlucky there, boys. Great race, though. I enjoyed that. We will end the stream there, though. Well done to our winner once again. Statistics King P in the Williams. And well done to all the lads who raced today. I'm gutted for my friend Amiral with having to fast, bless him. He looked like he was on for a great result here today. But congratulations to our podium places, our point scorers, and to everyone who raced today. I really enjoyed that. Some great battles throughout the grid, especially towards the end of the race for the final few points. But that's it from us, from the stream today here. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you soon. Cheerio.